Hey guys, it's 4 p.m. and I'm just now getting on here. I am so sorry. It was crazy today without school. And yeah, I got an unplanned call and that went longer than normal. So I'm gonna make it short and sweet because we actually had plans for tonight and that got canceled, and then we decided just to invite some friends over for pizza. So I have like an hour and a half to get my house picked up and supper going. So I'm just gonna be on here real short, okay? But I did want to share with you, I was going to share like 10 of my favorite products, but I think I'm just going to go for 2 that I really, really love that I don't think are talked about a lot. I did have a question on, what was it? One of my healthy habits. I think it was the intermittent fasting. And I had a question on how do you kind of curb your cravings. So I kind of wanted to dive into that a little bit deeper. I had posted, I think it was day 4 of my daily habit stacking on intermittent fasting. And I had talked about not eating after 8 o'clock at night. And then you actually don't eat your first meal until noon the next day, which can seem like, oh my gosh, overwhelming to a lot of people. But I actually started doing this last summer, or like spring, summer, just because I was really stuck at my weight and I didn't have like really sustainable energy. And so I was listening to some Audible books and I came across this girl that I just love now. If you look in Audible, it's under Glow 15 and it's Naomi Whittle. Her book is like way out there. Like, I don't know if I could probably do everything in her book, but I did pull some really good stuff from it. And one of them was intermittent fasting. Now, if you're like me, when somebody says they're going to fast, I just think of a whole 24-hour period where they're not eating and all they're doing is drinking water. And that was not something I was super interested in. And I honestly, I don't even know how good that is for you. I'm not sure. But I love the intermittent fasting. And what it is you stop eating around 7, 8 at night, okay? And then you don't eat your first meal till noon. But what I do, and this is just what I do, you guys. This isn't like maybe buy the book or doctor approved. I don't know. But this is what I do and this is what works, okay? So what I do is I get up in the morning. I have my glass of water with like a lemon, grapefruit, some kind of citrus oil just to start the cleansing process. Make my coffee, fill my diffusers. This is my routine. And then I have a green juice. So if you don't have a juicer, I bought like a $50 juicer, $60 juicer off Amazon. It's not the best. So I have a better one coming just because this is something I want to incorporate in like my whole family. I want all of them to drink this green juice. And it'll just taste better. So I do that, but I also like Naked's brand, and you can buy it in like a half gallon, I think it is. So it's a lot more cost effective. I think it's like $7 or $8. But when you break that into like 7 breakfasts for yourself, it's pretty cost effective, right? It's cheaper than going to McDonald's. So anyway, and you're gonna feel better too. But what I do is I just like a full glass. I don't even measure. You guys, I don't measure anything, okay? Seriously. Just a glass. It's probably more than a cup and a half. I don't know. You guys ask me these things and I'm like, I have no idea. It's just a normal glass. I fill it up. If I make it at home, it is a green juice. So it's kale, it's broccoli, it's green apples, celery, cucumber, and then I add some essential oils. I use wild orange just because I love the flavor of wild orange, or lemon, and then I use like celery seed. What else do I use? I'm looking at my stack over there. Those are like my main ones though, okay? And then if I want to sweeten it a little bit more, I will add some honey. But that's like my go-to breakfast. Now, what makes this sustainable is this second part, okay? If you don't do this, I don't really know how you could get all the way till noon. But what I do is I have a loaded fatty coffee, I'm a coffee drinker, so I make a loaded fatty coffee. And what I do is it's usually 2 cups of coffee that I make for myself after I've had my 2 cups of regular coffee. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I drink a lot of coffee. And then what I do is I add I add like a tablespoon of MCT oil. And again, I just squirt it. Actually, I had to measure it the other day so I could give you the recipe. 2 tablespoons of ghee, of course, grass-fed. You can find that anywhere anymore. MCT you can too. Of course, I buy some of that on Amazon. Cacao powder or cacao nibs. Those are really good. And then I do a drop of cinnamon bark. Sometimes I'll do cassia. I like cinnamon bark better just because it's more sweet. But if I run out of that, I use cassia. And then a drop of turmeric. Google turmeric. You will add it to everything, I promise you. Okay, so that's what I do. And then I add like an oat milk or I gotta have some kind of cream, I'm gonna be honest. So anyway, those are my good, or you know what I've been doing recently is I bought a ton of cans of coconut milk off of Amazon. So I usually just have a can opened in the fridge and I pour in my coconut milk. You can buy it, I don't know, it's probably $2 a can by the time you buy the whole pack. But it's really good. Buy full fat. You want the full fat, okay? And then I put it in a blender. I have, I don't know, I think it's a Ninja or something with just like one of those single things. So I fill that, blend it, pour it in a to-go coffee cup, and that's what I sip on for the whole morning, okay? Until noon. And then at noon, I go ahead and have a salad or a healthy soup. You can make a soup. You can buy healthy soups anymore, okay? I like a lentil soup if I'm gonna buy like a canned soup, and I have a couple brands I like. Trying to think what it is. It's Annie, I think. I'll have to look. And oh no, it's Amy's. It's Amy's. Anyway, that's on Amazon too. And I kind of got on an Amazon kick just with everything that was happening, right? You couldn't go to the stores easily last spring. So anyway, that's what I do. So what I do is the fat coffee, it really helps me. But what I've done in the past is I've gotten the Slim and Sassy, okay? This is something that I put in my water. It's my favorite blend, you guys, to put in my water. It really does help with your metabolism, okay? Just because it has ginger, cinnamon, wild orange. What else does it have in here? Peppermint. But it's one of those blends that I don't think anybody that's tried it doesn't like. It is like, and then even putting it in the diffuser, it smells incredible. It really does. So this is a blend that I put in my water. So maybe that's also helping. Don't know, because I've never not done it. But also these Metabolic Blend soft gels, okay? doTERRA also has them in soft gels. So if you're somebody that really struggles with cravings, you can take a couple of these in the morning too. They're super easy to swallow. But anyway, that would be my answer to cravings. Would be if you're going to do the intermittent fasting, you're going to want to incorporate something like a fatty drink, either a tea. You can do that, add the same stuff into a tea. So get yourself, I like chaga tea. It's like a mushroom based tea. I think that's pretty much the only one I drink. I don't drink much tea. But the chaga tea is really good, and you can make a bunch of it up in your crock pot way ahead of time. Put it in the fridge, and you can just heat it up as you drink it, okay? The yoga collection. I want to talk about the yoga collection, you guys, because this one doesn't get talked about much. And I just bought it because I ran out. And I like all three of these, actually. These are really, really good. So whether or not you do yoga or not, you don't have to do yoga to use these. But even in my workout, I like to diffuse, or I like to rub oils on my chest before I work out. And I do an extend bar routine, and there's a lot of balancing, that type of stuff in it. So I do use the Anchor one and the Align, and I love them. They're so good, you guys. So the Anchor has more like of a patchouli smell to it. It's really light. Frankincense, sandalwood, black pepper. There's a lot of really good oils in here. It smells incredible. Diffusing them smells really good, but I even just use them as natural perfume. And I just pour them on, rub them in, okay? These are like just simple ways for a natural perfume too. If you're somebody that loved perfume and you're trying to switch into something more natural. Align is our centering blend. I was gonna read to you. So a lot of people do use these for yoga. But this is great for even like if you meditate in the morning, if you have a prayer time, a devotional time in the morning, this would be a good one to diffuse in the morning as well, or just rub it on your chest, your neck area. It helps with anger. How many of you struggle with that? Rage, imbalanced mood. So this is a great one for that. The Arise, you guys, this one has more of a fresh aroma to it, I guess. And I think it's just because it has the wild orange in it. It smells really, really good. But this one, the Arise, is our Enlightening Blend, okay? And it's good for feeling empowered, or when you feel overwhelmed, or you have like a lot of, if you're trying to get clarity, you have a lot of like mental chatter. This is also a good one, you guys, if you can't fall asleep at night. The Arise is going to be a blend that kind of, it somehow slows your brain down. It's, I don't know all the science behind it, but it's pretty incredible, the oils that are in here. Whenever doTERRA does a blend for something, you know it's going to be incredible because of the science that they put that's behind it, okay? So like their Breathe blend for opening up your airways, it's incredible because of all the different oils that are in there. Their Deep Blue blend for pain, again, it's top notch because they've taken all the oils and they've put it into one blend. So whenever you come across a blend, know that it's going to be so much more powerful than like just using wild orange for your mood, okay? It's going to be really key. So anyways, guys, this is short and sweet. I'm sorry. I was supposed to be on here at 1, and then my family was home and they wanted lunch, and then I got this crazy call, and that went on forever. I had somebody that like interviewed me and they put me in their newspaper, and that lasted forever. And then I fell asleep on the couch. So I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been a crazy day today. So anyway, I've got to clean up my house, get our pizza toppings ready because my husband is going to fire up the good old pizza oven outside, and we're gonna have our neighbors over and just have some fun time with them. So I hope you guys have a great day. Whenever my package comes in with the greens and the fiber and all the new protein drinks, I want to get on and do a taste test because I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be good, okay? All right, guys, have an awesome rest of the day, and I hope you have a great weekend. Talk to you later.